Question 1232. Do you fear the clown from It original or the shark from Jaws more?
The shark from Jaws was hilarious to me growing up. When I was a very young child, and I used to have to go to my granny's house to be babysat as a kid. She would just leave us alone in the living room, and my uncle kept his videos in there. I was watching Conan the Barbarian at like 7 and 8, so the Jaws was hilarious, but It is creepy. So I will say It.
Was the original It Tim Curry?
Tim Curry, yeah.
Yes.
And I was about to say, there's no way I could ever be afraid of Tim Curry.
The most
Have you watched
recent
Rocky
It,
Horror?
when I watched the second part of the most recent It, and that long-armed granny woman came running out of the bedroom, I literally, and I'm using it correctly, literally burst into stitches laughing. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Is this a comedy?
There was a lot about the sequel that was kind of funny. There was a couple of good jump scares in there, but there was some stuff in there that I was laughing at.
Yeah, that woman coming out with the long arms and shit. That's...
I mean, and to me, the Jaws shark just didn't look fake.
Yeah.
All right, from the chat, without too quickly, Godless Sewing says Jaws. Never Again says the shark, no doubt. Yandere says the clown is scarier. Purple says Bruce was innocent. No idea where that comes from.
Yeah, Bruce. That's the name of the shark.
Is it? Okay, enough.
Yeah.
Little Wolf says Jaws, sharks are real. Yeah. Ox says clown, no. Shark, yes. I've seen what they can do. So are clowns. Clowns are definitely real.
Bruce
Never
did
Again, I
nothing
think,
wrong.
says sharks. We have a few great white fluffies prowling around the shore this year. It was released, and trust me, it did not swim out like I used to. I didn't. It freaked me out. Did you have literal stitches, Math Pig?
Does anybody know what the phrase is for fear of clowns?
No.
Yeah, I forgot it because I have that.
So I'm going to ask Mel now.
Well,
something like collarphobia or
something like that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm kind of torn down the middle because I saw Jaws when I was little, like little, and it freaked me out because oh my god, the freaking I had a hard time swimming in pools. It was just like really bad. But I love sharks though. But I love I love nature. I love sharks and I love all of that stuff, and I've learned so much about it to try to overcome a bit of the fear. But Jaws is pretty creepy. But then I have a fear of clowns because I watched Poltergeist when I was little too, and that freaking clown toy thing. And I also have a very bad experience with clowns because
I have a very specific phobia.
Mel, show us on the doll where the clown touched you.
It wasn't even that. It was okay. So when I was 3, my mother had a party and paid for a clown to come and entertain us. And he had just come off of the parade, and he had just come from a parade. He was late. He was like an hour late. He walks into the house, sits down, props his feet up on the coffee table, lights a cigar, and my mom's like, "You're late." And he goes, "Look, bitch, I was just in a parade." And starts smoking his cigar. He's like Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons. So there's that. And then a little bit later, I saw the Poltergeist film, and I freaking hate clowns. I went to horror nights at Universal Studios. Apparently they had scary clowns everywhere with chainsaws and they were banging trash can lids. It was not fun for me. So I'm like, so it's like when you're dealing with Tim Curry, that clown is freaking scary. And then also the Jaws thing. I'm like, which childhood trauma is worse?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
where were your parents? Why were they allowing you to watch Jaws and It and do all these freaky things?
There were, well, I mean, I was older for the horror nights. I was like an adult for the horror nights, but the clown thing stuck around because it's just, and apparently a fear of clowns is because the fact they paint their face and they cover their face, you can't actually know who they are. So it's linked to a fear of strangers. So which was something that was embedded in me by my mom. Don't talk to strangers. So it's like a whole complex mess of stuff. So I'm like, I don't know which one is worse. And I watch Jaws all the time now, and I can watch it and it's fine. But I'm like, I don't know which is scarier. I mean, to be quite honest, I mean, I could actually be killed by a shark, but it'd be very, very unlikely. But then there's crazy people who paint their face and do terrible things to humans. I think that would probably be scarier.
What about a clown riding a shark?
No, and then I don't. I think that's just utterly ridiculous. So I would not be afraid of that. But a person, like a human being, I think is more likely to affect me more than a shark. So probably the it thing would probably be creepier for me, I think. Now that I've worked through that, thanks.
You've worked through this. You should be paying us for therapy.
But that was like a serious question. I'm like, I don't know what to like. So I had to like walk through, So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to subject you all to that. So I apologize.
No, that was great.
See, Yandere has a comment on that. They love clowns.
Clowns are assholes. They're not nice to their friends. They shoot them out of cannons. They hit them with mallets, and then they're like, "Here, smell my flower," and they squirt you in the face.
And they stink from being packed in that little car together.
I know, they're horrible. They're just clowns are assholes.
This
Who
is
would
the-
ever
Note
want to be
for
friends with a
future.
clown?
More clown questions. Ricardo says neither. Harmonica Man says shark for sure, and Never Again says clowns not so much. I kick a clown's ass. Dawn of Pest says, I'm not afraid of sharks because I stay away from sharks. Can't say the same for basement clowns.
Can you kick a demon clown's ass though? I mean,
No, that's the problem.
yeah.
Ox says clown lives matter.
Well, didn't they buy that one? Wasn't it just verbal abuse? How they beat it? It was pretty disappointing. Yeah.
It's ignored it, didn't he? It's a long time since I saw
Harmonica
it.
Man. Oh my
We were-
god.
We were driving
read
through
that,
town.
Mel? You want to read that one, Mel?
Ever had sex with a clown? It's pretty fucking funny.
we were driving through my town one day, and some car cut me off. My sister's like, "Fucking clown!" I look over my shoulder, and it's a clown driving the car.
You know that clown porn is a category.
It is a category.
I
Spooky.
don't ever want to see that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Yep.
Any particular reason?
Well, it's just my visceral reaction to the question, which is, was I afraid of more? It's Jaws. It's just
Fair enough.
far more scary to me. Although, just I can really avoid that by not going near the freaking water. Whereas with the clown thing, it's a bit more tricky, isn't it? But
Yeah.
generally, the answer is Jaws scared me more.
So far.
I saw Tim Curry's It when I was about 9 years old, and he scared the bar Jesus out of me. And
Jesus is by.
So the bar for Jesus.
Well, apparently, left black sofa.
and but I was more scared of John Boy's mole.
What?
John,
Oh,
Ah,
the big old
John
mole.
Boy's mole? What?
yes.
John Boy's
John Boy's
mole.
mole. I
What
understand
the hell?
perfectly.
You all answered like this is something I should know.
Yes.
No.
Did you ever watch the Waltons when you were a kid, Dave?
I don't remember the Waltons at all.
Ah, well, if you did, you would have remembered John Boy's mole. It was very scary.
It's
It's
huge.
like one of those
It's
moles
like
like
makes a
Chris
happy
had in
face.
Family Guy that talk to you and shit.
Yeah.
And John Boy was in It
Yes.
as well.
Ah.
I forgot the actor's actual name because you said John Boy, and that's all I can remember now. Good night, John Boy.
Richard Anderson, Richard Thomas, Richard.
It's Thomas is in there. I don't think is it Richard or is it Michael?
It's Richard Thomas.
Richard Thomas.
And, but Harry Dean Anderson was also in the movie.
David Melbourne says, I was scared of nuns. They weren't.
Wasn't the dude from WKRP in Cincinnati in the It movie too?
I think he was.
Mm.
No. Jeff.
Matt Fig, why you do that? Why
I
you
mean,
do that?
if we're comparing, like I mean that shark versus that clown, I think the clown is more frightening, mostly because you can avoid the ocean and stay away from the fish. But if you got this demon space bug that likes appearing to kids as a clown and wants to eat you, and it just has decided that you're going to die.
Freaking shows up in the shower and all kinds of stuff when you're
Yeah,
vulnerable.
and-
I mean,
and it wants
just-
yeah,
just
it's
2
basically
seconds, 2
terrorizing you to season you. Yeah, that's
2 seconds.
terrifying. But
Matt Pig,
no.
why did you go for that and not the actual thing that you've got?
you're muted, Math
It's
Pig.
muted.
What particular thing are you talking about?
The thing that you've got. Is that not to hand?
What?
It's a mask.
No, I fucking looked, man. Why do you think I've been muted for fucking ages? I
You were
fucking
looking
jerk.
for it.
Who was the last person that had the mask, right? Was the child. Found it in the fucking studio and burst in when I was in the shower going, boo, daddy. And then I finished in the shower. I have no idea what she's done with it. But that would be too cruel. It's even freakier than that one.
Which would you pick? Shark or clown? It's gone again.
Me? No,
Yes!
I already said at the very start. I explained this in actual great detail.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't
he
remember.
did.
Even give context about my background and being my grandmother babysitting me.
Oh, you're right. You
Right.
did. Now I remember.
Dave, pay attention. God.
Then we can move on.
So funny,
no.
running
Clown!
Somebody has. Okay.
Oh
Are you
my
happy
goodness.
now?
Yes.
Fucking Manda wannabe.
Ooh, get her.
What's your bus size, Spooky?
36B.
He's not going to leave
Okay.
Manda for you.
Yeah, you still need something else.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.